Awesome. Hey, Macy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good and I'm so excited we're doing this today.
I'm thrilled. I can't wait to share more about women's travel with everyone.
I think it's a very hot topic at the moment, and I think it's something that's really growing quickly as women realize the opportunities. And I'm so excited that, Natural Habitat gets to work with you at Passport for Adventure. I know you and I are going on a woman's journey later this year, which is going to be super cool, but we'll talk about that later. We won't steal the thunder on that. But
Okay.
I thought I'd probably start us off by just introducing who I am. So, my name is Lisa Bain, and I am with Natural Habitat Adventures. And one of the things I think that we do really remarkably well is our dedicated women's journeys. And you and I have spoken about this, the reasons why these are important in today's age. And so for us, it ties into all the things that are important for Natural Habitat Adventures, which is conservation through exploration, caring for the places we go to so they're there for the next generation. And that's what everything is based in over here at Natural Habitat Adventures. But I know today we really wanted to talk about women's journeys. So why don't we kind of start off on that and your conversations and questions on how these work?
Yeah, absolutely. In my business, I'm seeing so much demand for women by women to travel. They're not waiting for someone else's finances or interests or timing to align anymore. They know life is short and they want to go on the trip. And they're going solo, they're going with girlfriends, they're going mother-daughter, they're going with and without their spouses. They're not waiting anymore. They're ready to go. And I love that the travel industry and Natural Habitat Adventures is helping them to be able to do that in an easy way where they feel comfortable and able to say, you know what, nobody else wants to go to Patagonia. I'm going to go by myself, or I'm going to go on this woman's journey and I'm going
Yeah.
to be with other women.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. I think one of the things that I've realized too is so often when people talk women's journeys, women are kind of put in these little boxes of yoga retreats or spa retreats or maybe a cooking school. I always giggle about the cooking school because it's not because they want to improve their cooking skills. It's because their family wants them maybe to improve their cooking skill. But
Yeah.
there are so many things open to us and experiences above and beyond. And I think it's really important that women understand there's this whole wide world out there, and there are other women that want to experience it as well.
Absolutely. The women clients that I have that are wanting to get out there, they're not wanting to go lay on the beach. Like I've booked two solo women this year, and one was Antarctica and the other one was Patagonia. Um, they want to see off the beaten path. They want to see wildlife in its natural habitat. They want to learn about history and culture. They're really leaning into off the beaten path, and they're really lifelong learners. They're not wanting to do the typical anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we were kind of pigeonholed for a long time. And so having trips where, discovery, not only of destination, but of yourself, I think that's what's really important, the discovery of what you're capable of doing. We're always so good at taking care of everybody else and, getting kids to school and having our job and running a house and all the other things. But we often put on the back burner the chance for us to discover, am I the kind of person who wants to go snowshoeing in Yellowstone? And yeah, I can do that. And so I think that
Absolutely.
the opening up the opportunity to discover more about ourselves in these journeys is what makes them really special.
Absolutely. And also along those same lines as you were saying, women are caregivers. We're constantly caring for other people. And what's so cool about these trips is these trips empower them to relax, to know every detail is taken care of. I'm not going to have to juggle this and manage this. I can show up and I'm going to be taken care of and I'm going to learn and see amazing things and not have to worry about taking care of somebody else for this trip.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so empowering. I
Yeah.
think, being able to, it gives us the permission. I think that's the right
Yes.
word. It gives us the permission to just be out there and try things and do things that we've maybe always wanted to do and never had the opportunity or the inclination to do. We didn't know it was available to us. So I think it's finding strength in our vulnerability, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
that
that
built-in community Instantly. I had two women do one of your women's journeys last year, and they came home and she had tears in her eyes telling me about this trip. She said instantly from the very first group meeting they had, the whole group just clicked. Like
Yeah.
everybody had the same interest. They were all similarly minded. And she said it was just like instant friend group, instant community from the get
Mm.
go. And she said it was just absolutely something she's never experienced before.
Yeah, I heard an example from one of our Yellowstone trips where, and we do get a varying of ages, right? From 20 to 80. Um, and there was a younger person on the trip in their 20s, and there was as a much more mature woman traveling, and they were going snowshoeing. And the more mature woman said, I'll slow you guys down. You guys go, I'll join you at the end. And it was the much younger participant, daughter of one of the other ladies that was there, that said, no way on earth are we leaving without you, because
Aw,
we will do this together. And the impact that had on all of them to do this one in a lifetime experience for this woman who'd always wanted to do it but didn't want to hold other people up, right? Everyone
absolutely.
else in the group recognized, no, 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 we're not letting you out of this, we're going to do this. So that community, that bringing together, and whereas I think on a combined trip, no one would step forward really to say that.
Yes.
So I think it really does allow us to do things that maybe we didn't know. And I love, particularly on our trips, how we tie in the local community of women. So it goes down not only to being planned by women, led by women, women on the trip, but when you're in location, you're meeting with the women who are doing the work in those communities, in those habitats for wildlife. So you're hearing it from their perspective and what they have to fight for and to accomplish in their own lives as well.
I love it. Yeah, we're giving back to local community,
Yeah.
women in the local community as well with these trips, which is incredible.
Yeah. So we explore some really cool places, and this is where it comes into where you and I are going in October, which is kind of exciting because we're heading to Churchill.
Uh, it's not kind of exciting, it's incredibly exciting. Yeah, I'm so excited to see the polar bears in the wild, but I'm super excited to be able to share this adventure with my clients and people. I'm hoping that Wi-Fi is good enough. I can post every day on social media and share the journey as it happens, so people can see what these trips are really like. It's just, I mean, look at that photo with that bear.
Uh-huh.
I love
I
it.
know. And what's super exciting about the Polar Rovers, and I know you and I talked about this a few days ago, but that whole back panel is a mesh. It's not hard. So if the bears walk under and stand up, you are centimeters, inches from the hot breath of a polar bear. It's
Oh,
that proximity to wildlife and that shared experience with everyone who else is on our trip is going to be pretty remarkable.
yeah.
So we're doing that in October, but we're in Zambia, we're in Australia. We're in New Zealand. We're in the Cotswolds. We're all over the place. And our average group size is 9, right? So it's so
Wow.
intimate, which keeps it nice and tiny. And I think
Yes,
that also has an impact.
absolutely. And I saw a really cool Portugal Rivers of Wine tour. So if somebody is big into
Uh-huh.
wine, they can,
Yep. Yep.
that's a really neat itinerary as well. So all
Yeah.
over the world, lots of options.
Yeah. So the main thing is we want women to be aware that there are these remarkable trips and opportunities for them to travel. And that, if they do want to find out more and learn and get more information, that the person to come to is
Me. Yeah. I would love to
Maisie.
help you. Yeah, I would love to help you explore the world, whether it's by yourself and joining one of these women's tours, or even if there's a friend group of women, we can make a journey private for them,
Yep.
right? So lots
Yes.
of options that we can do to help you explore the world. And I follow along in October on social media and see what it's all about. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's so good to spend time with you. And I look forward to seeing you. I know we'll talk before October, but I can't wait for us to share our experience in October.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having the talk.
My pleasure. Great to see you, Macy. Bye.
All right.